Hello everyone, my name is Leonie and welcome to another video of Vlogmas. Today I wanted to do a get ready with me because I am about to go to a tea party with my friends. No, not Alice in Wonderland, even though that would be cool, but I'm just going to a high tea and I thought it would be fun to do a get ready with me. First off, we're gonna put stuff on our face. Oh, I need to wet this beauty blender. You know, I was thinking, now that I'm doing a get ready with me, I might as well just immediately do the makeup book tag. Let me find my phone. Okay, so the first question is for foundation. Name your favorite first book in a series. First off, I have to say I don't actually use foundation. Like, I'm still not sure whether this is a foundation or a concealer, but it's from Clinique and it's called Anti-Blemish Solutions because this thing has infinite product. Infinite. Definitely worth the money. It's also not the right color for me, but oh well. You know, the thing about daylight is that it just highlights how ugly your skin is, whereas when you're standing in a bathroom, everything looks nice. Oh, and the question for this is pick your favorite first book in a series. And for that one, I'm gonna go with Angel Fall by Susan E., which, as many of you know, it's one of my favorite books of all time, but it's also a perfect first book in a series because even though I really like the rest of the series, still that first book takes the cake and it's like 10 times better than the other books. Which says something because the other books are cool as well. Ever since I started using a makeup sponge, everything was just like, what? So much better. Also, this one is from Real Techniques. Then I have a lot of product left on my hand. I get concealer, and the concealer that I use is this liquid camouflage from Catrice because I heard it has really great coverage. It does, but as you will see in a minute, it's way too light for my skin. It's like I always see these people on YouTube use a concealer that's way lighter than their own skin and then it looks really cool and they look highlighted and glowy and everything, but this is just... it just looks like someone put white paint on my face. You see that? That doesn't, that's not, no. No! It's way too white. Oh well, at least you can see how little sleep I got tonight. Actually, also, no matter what concealer I use, it will never ever ever be able to conceal my sleepiness because I don't just have dark circles. Like, my dark circles are actual 3-dimensional bags under my eyes, and there's no way you can ever use makeup to camouflage the fact that there's 3-dimensional things under your eyes. And the question for concealer is pick a character you wish you could get rid of. I don't really have any characters that I seriously think are... Oh! I know! I don't even remember his name, but that guy from Red Queen? What's his name? It started with a K? See, I don't even remember his name, but that guy, he's like the most unnecessary character I've ever read about. Seriously, I don't understand why he's even in the book, because he doesn't contribute anything. Anything. So I would definitely get rid of him. Next step, I use this powder, and the question is pick your favorite last book in a series. So first of the powder that I use is this one from Clinique. It's called Super Powder in the color Matte Beige. And I just put that all over the places where I just put concealer to kind of cover up the fact that these things that I put on my face are not the right color. 5 minutes ago, the sky was clear blue and I was like, this is the perfect moment to film. And now it looks like it's about to start raining. Good life. My favorite last book in a series, that's a very difficult question because, fun fact, I have barely finished any series. I've started a lot of series, but finished series, I can't even think of a series that I've actually finished. But I think I'm gonna go with Ruin and Rising from the Grisham trilogy because that last book was both traumatizing and amazing. And that is a perfect combination for a book. Alright, so now that my face looks sort of even colored, we're gonna bring back the color into it because that's how makeup works. So first I'm gonna use a bronzer, and I'm gonna go with pick a book that could use some slimming down, as in a book that could be shorter. And for that, I'm gonna go with A Court of Mist and Fury, because that book could have been at least 200 pages shorter. I still haven't finished it. So far, I'm enjoying it, but I really feel like there are a lot of scenes that are very unnecessary or just very dragged out. That could have easily been shortened, because now it's over 600 pages, and that's kind of long. Also, the bronzer that I'm using is from this contour palette by e.l.f. And I just kind of put that on my face. Oh, now the sun is back again. Hello, sun! Anyway, next up is blush. And oh no, I just used my blush brush for bronzer. Oh well. Doesn't really matter anyway. For blush, I'm using this one from The Body Shop in the color Tea Rose. And the question for blush is pick your favorite book kiss. And my favorite book kiss is, without a doubt, the one in Shadow and Bone. I'm not gonna say between who it is because that will be a spoiler, but there are multiple kissing scenes in Shadow and Bone, but my favorite one is the one that takes place in the abandoned room. That one is awesome because not only is it well written, it's also freaking hurtful when you think about it if you've read the entire series. It just hurts my heart whenever I think about it because I know how the rest of the series is progressing. If you've read the entire Grisha trilogy, then you know. I'm just constantly putting blush on my face while giving the answers to these questions, and now I have way too much blush on my face. Next is highlighter. I don't really have a very good highlighter, and I don't always use highlighter. But if I'm using it, I use the one from this palette. It's not the best, but it's the only thing that I have, so let's use it. Oh, and a question for a highlighter is a book that brightened up your day. And I'm gonna go with Finding Audrey by Sophie Kinsella because that book, well, first off, I read that book within one day and it definitely brightened up that one day. It's just a very cute book about a girl who has social anxiety, and just the whole family aspect of that book and the romance is just one of the cutest things I've ever read, and it just made me very happy when I was reading it. Next thing that I do is my eyebrows. And the question for eyebrows is pick a book that you think everyone should read. Now, you know, the thing is with these questions is that I feel like I am always naming the same books. Also, for my eyebrows, I'm using this super cheap eyebrow pencil by Miss Sporty. As you can clearly tell, I do not pluck my eyebrows. I don't do anything with it, but I just like fill them in. And the book that I would recommend everyone reads is The Eon Duology by Alison Goodman, because I know I talk about that one very often as well, but I just never hear any other booktubers talking about it. I mean, I could talk about Six of Crows or Fishes or one of those books, but everyone's talking about those books. But Eon, it's so good. But I think it was popular before booktube was really a very big thing. So yeah, to anyone who hasn't read it, please read it. It's so good. Now that my eyebrows are very mildly filled in, I'm gonna do eyeshadow. And for eyeshadow, I'm using my favorite palette, and that is the Morphe 35O, which has brilliant colors. I love this. It's so beautiful. I love it so much. And the question for eyeshadow is pick a book with your favorite colors on the cover. Let me get it for you. I think The Bone Season is a beautifully colored cover because I love red, I love dark blues and purples, and I love gold. And this book has everything on the cover. Most of the time I don't wear eyeshadow, but today let's just make an eyeshadow look that I really like. If I'm wearing eyeshadow, this is usually what I go for. So first, I'm just gonna use, I need to prime my eyes because I have veins. Okay, now I don't have an actual eye primer, but I use this eye cream with concealer in it, which kind of works. I really love watching Get Ready With Me's, and I really wish the booktube community had its own type of Get Ready With Me, you know, just this kind of video where you just kind of talk about some books, some life things, while also doing something specific. But we don't really have that. I'm gonna use... You know, the thing with eyeshadow palettes is that I can never distinguish the colors from each other. Like, I barely see the difference between this color and this color, or this one and this one. It's so difficult. Which one do we choose? So usually I just do something random. So today I'm just gonna use this color as a crease shade. I mean, as a transition shade. Whatever you want to call it. Put that over here. Whoop. Just put it a little bit under my eye as well. For the longest time, I used to wear bronzer on my eyelids because bronzers are pretty good shades, actually, if you like warm orange tinted eyeshadows. When that's there, I'm gonna use this color in my crease just a little bit. Nothing too dark. Blend, 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 blend. Blend, 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 blend. Woo! Ooh. That's enough. On my eyelids, I'm gonna use this shimmery brown color, and I just apply that with my fingers because that's how you transfer the glitters the best. Beautiful. And then on the inner corners of my eye, I'm gonna use this shimmery color. And then lastly, I'm just gonna blend this bone color under my eyebrows to blend it into the transition shade. I sound like I know what I'm doing, but I really don't. I'm just copying what every other beauty guru does. Great! On to eyeliner, and the question for this is pick a dark and mysterious book. That's not a difficult question. I just read Alice by Christina Henry, which was very dark. It's a dark retelling of Alice in Wonderland. It's pretty mysterious. I've said a lot about that book already, but yeah. It's very good. And I'm just gonna apply this Maybelline New York Master Precise Liquid Eyeliner off camera because I really can't do it like this. And I just make like a very thin line with that. I'm not making any wings because I have very hooded eyes, so wings don't work on my face. And then we're gonna top that off with mascara. I'm using this also Max Factor Masterpiece Max. I always wonder how they come up with the names for these beauty products. And the question for this is pick a long book. And I'm just gonna go for the easy answer and say Crest by Marissa Meyer because that book is long. I know Winter is even longer, but I still haven't read that. I know, shame. The Lunar Chronicles is like the only series where I can actually tolerate the fact that it's so long. Because usually I really don't like it, but I really liked Crest.